Hey everybody, it's me, Sherry. Happy September. It's nice and cool out this morning. Actually, it's really not that incredibly cold, but it's cold enough for me to wear a jacket. So on this lovely September morning, the birds are chirping, and I wanted to show you the newest piece of art that I've come close to completing. I have no idea what I'm going to call it, but it's right next to me right now. And, well, it is what it is. It's another example of my psychedelic surrealism. I almost draw nothing but psychedelic surrealism these days. And the point of it is kind of, it just comes directly from your mind. There's not a whole lot of thinking about it. It's very emotional work. And it's my favorite kind of work. Well, surrealism is what I just described, but the psychedelic part comes in with the colors and some of the aspects of my art. And I'm not even a person into psychedelics, to be honest, but for some reason it just comes out in such a way. But I thought I would share this with you today. This took me maybe about a week and a half to do, and a few hours to put like tiny details on, which I will include a video of this zoomed in so that you can see some of the tiny details that I did on this thing, because they're very easy to miss. It's not really intentional that they're easy to miss or that they're so tiny. In fact, I've been trying to simplify things a little bit since doing this piece, because I realize how overlooked and how easily missed it really is. And I know that that's part of my art, but there's just so much going on. I know a lot of people like that, but I'm trying to aim for a little more organization. It's hard to stay organized in psychedelics and surrealism, I feel. You just kind of go with the flow, and whatever comes out, you know? But here it is. This is my piece. Usually you can flip my pieces any which way that you want, but let's see. Okay, so turn my camera. Okay, good. That took me a couple of tries, but this is what I wanted to show you. It's got a lot going on. This is one of the first things I drew in it, as just a simple square and a circle, and the praying mantis down at the bottom. I think it's right here. It's a ghost mantis for my sister. I drew a crow for the person that I love, or a crow, and pinky promise, and over here you have like a unborn infant. I'm not really sure why that is, like, to be honest, but it's within like a pair of scissors and a wine glass. There's a wine glass here and an eyeball and some cigarettes. I don't know, you know, it's surrealism. What are you gonna do? I try to incorporate the elements, because if I incorporate one of them, it just like, I have to put them in there. I don't know. That happens in a lot of my work. This is one of my favorite parts of the piece. Is there's a Luna moth and an hourglass that's breaking down into a four-leaf clover, but right here there's smoke, and I did that with orange pen and highlighted it in yellow. Well, at least right here, and then I left that with that. I love that. And then there's this either rose or cloud looking thing. I was never successful at drawing like a typical rose and dandelion up here, but I really like that part. And I will zoom in this whole thing and let you guys try to see some of this, because there are words in here. A lot of them I just kind of scribbled into the mix. I don't have any rhyme or reason that's conscious to me to have included them. But that's the beautiful thing about it, is the subconscious mind. You can express your subconscious mind, and a lot of the time, like with this one, I'll go back and I'll study what that kind of symbolism means to me. Like the eyes, I don't usually draw scissors, but in some of my work, there's a clear pattern of the types of things that I like to draw, and through that I am learning myself. So whatever comes out, I can see it and it's there. It's like taking notes, but it's a little bit different, I guess. It's like when you're filled to the brim, it's got to come out somewhere. And this really helps for me. I hope that you guys enjoy it. I really want to do something with this in life. I really do. I want to talk to some galleries or do something with it. It's the only thing I can see myself doing. You don't have to like it. I can see how somebody wouldn't like it because it's very chaotic, but I have to do it, you know, and there are folks out there that appreciate it, I think. I appreciate it, but there's just some grass and some little hidden messages here. These are from my dreams, eyes and the hands. This represents, a lot of it represents like life and death, I think. And the eyes represent something very specific too. I didn't draw very many in here. Well, maybe I did with all these, but it's even a fly and violin. I don't usually, a lot of stuff is in this one that I don't usually incorporate into my pieces. So I think it's marking a change of some sort, but I feel it's positive. A positive change. So I really hope you enjoy looking at it. I know, I wish I had something to stand it on right there, but I don't. Had to move the camera. I'll figure it out in the future, but I appreciate you looking at it and listening to me talk about it. And like over here there's like a love letter of some sort and all these plants, and it's weird because everything, like, you turn it a certain way, it's a different picture entirely, like it seems. And then this stuff over here, also I've never done mushrooms myself. I think they're tasty, but I think they're beautiful, and I drew some of those because I think I like them. I don't know. Especially shading on them and stuff like that. I have to guess that this stuff represents love, you know, happiness, freedom. I drew a little anime lady in there. There she is. She's part of a pair of scissors. There's a pyramid on this side. The eyeball. Watch out. An eyeball. Love that. I love that eye. I don't know. Came out one of my favorite things for this is that eye. Like I said, I will include a close-up of the whole thing, but I feel like if you cut it into fourths, there's a lot of, like, you can better inspect it. I feel like this in particular is pretty cray, in my opinion. I just feel like there's something going on with it. Like, I don't know. This kind of creeped me out. Like, I meant to write Eden, but I wrote like EDED. I'm not really sure what that means, but I didn't correct it because of the subconscious thing. And it's not like I never correct any of my mistakes, but honestly I try not to. So, because I think they're beautiful too. It's a weird weird little shit I do, I guess. I was thinking a lot about religion when I drew a lot of this. Religion and life and death and beyond, and also your ego and your spiritual self, your higher self. So I think a lot of that came out because I have so many burning curiosities about it and questions, and I just can't get into it. But thank you for listening to me talk about this crazy stuff and what it represents, and I will now show you a close-up of it. I love you guys.